Oh, look at it. I want to be cozy too. We getting under the blanket. We got a scary reaction today.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Good Lord, Charlie. She's already scared. We ain't even started the video.
She's scared of the... Are you okay? What's going on?
What?
Come here. Come here. Oh, come here.
It's literally what your dog food's in. We have our laptop set up on like their dog food container, and I just barely moved it while she was walking past. Now she's going upstairs. She's terrified. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Anna and JT channel. Today, what? Why are you so jumpy?
She's scared.
Good Lord. Today we're watching the top 10 most terrifying ghost sightings in Britain.
I'm excited.
See, I like reacting to, ghost stuff, but I don't like ghosts.
I do.
I don't want to be scared.
I'll find them.
If y'all want to see more reactions like this, let us know by hitting that like button. Drop a subscribe. What? Hit that subscribe button. Other than that, you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready, Charlie?
Charlie's
Why are you
already
so
scared.
on edge, woman?
She's so scared.
Calm down. Ow! Why are you scratching me? I gotta hit play.
Number 10. Whitby's Phantom Hearse. Whitby's most famous supernatural resident might be Dracula himself, but there are plenty of strange encounters that don't involve the world's most famous vampire. One in particular is a story attached to St. Mary's Church, which was also an important setting in Bram Stoker's magnum opus. A phantom hearse pulled by black horses appears at the graveside of a recently buried sailor, helmed by a headless coachman which takes the sailor over the cliff and into the sea below. The grounds of Whitby Abbey itself also host numerous spectres, including a nun who was bricked up to die after falling in love with a knight. Number 9.
Good
Beast
Lord.
of Barmston Drain. In 2016, a mysterious creature made itself known in Hull. The so-called Beast of Barmston Drain was described by witnesses as being half man, half dog, and was seen jumping across the waterway and eating a German Shepherd. Local Hull historian...
Wait, what? Half man, half dog jumps the damn waterway to eat a German Shepherd? I thought this was Ghost. We're talking about something else.
I don't think you've seen this, but Charlie has been reacting the whole time.
Oh, God.
Like the werewolf popped up.
Charlie.
The werewolf popped up, and Charlie was like, her ears went perking up and everything. You are okay.
This is the Anna and JT and Charlie channel. Good Lord.
Mike Covell took an interest in numerous sightings at the drain, which has seen more than 100 drowning deaths over the years.
Wow.
The creature was later identified as an 8-foot-tall werewolf nicknamed Old Stinker. While many don't believe the stories, some researchers have blamed the folklore on collective guilt over wiping out Britain's native wolves. Whatever the reason,
imagine somebody dies. They're like, man, what happened to old Jimmy? It's like, oh, Old Stinky got him.
Right.
Like,
right.
Come on.
What a name.
They could have picked a better name for like a beast creature that's killing people in German Shepherds.
Like a strong name.
Yeah, not Old Stinky got him again.
You want to be careful walking near Barmston Drain at night. Number 8. The Gorbals Vampire. A shadowy monster supposedly stalks the southern necropolis in Glasgow, Scotland. In the 1950s, the urban myth began to take shape, and it was rumoured that a vampire was preying on local children. Rather than cower in fear, dozens of kids teamed up with makeshift weapons to slay the vampire head-on. This was in September 1953.
That's the most Stranger Things shit I've ever heard.
Yep.
Like, these kids were like, nah, forget our parents or adults, period. We got this, let's go.
Eventually found the kids on a mission to get revenge for their fallen friends. Though an actual vampire has never been found, the raid on the cemetery definitely happened, and the vampire is immortalized as a mural painted in 2016.
Huh.
There was even a play made about it. Number 7. Mr. Boots. A prime candidate for one of the most haunted places in Scotland, the Edinburgh Vaults were a network of underground streets, initially used by tradesmen. They eventually became slums in the 1800s, before being closed completely. Now a major tourist attraction, some of the old residents don't seem to have left. The most notorious is Mr. Boots, so named for his loud footsteps, thought to be the ghost of a murderer. He's been allegedly photographed numerous times and has a penchant for terrorizing the visitors.
Why are all the ghosts of murderers and scary things? Like, why can't it just be like, I don't know, a sweet old grandma that scares you by putting butterscotches in your pocket or something?
Like, why couldn't it be a cat?
Exactly, like, it's always gotta be the murderers.
Or a werewolf.
And Mr. Boots with the big boots. Like, why can't it be Nana? Shit.
One unlucky tourist even suffered a nasty head injury blamed on the ghost in 2011.
Dang,
Number
that's
6,
recent.
disaster victims. First constructed in the late 19...
Charlie, if you're so scared of it, why are you going to investigate?
Why did you jump down?
You heard what those kids did and thought you had the balls, huh? Charlie, what do you... Oh. Okay, so the bone was next to it, but it scared her earlier, so she wanted to go over and get it. Look, I'm gonna hand it to you, and then Maggie's gonna take it.
Yep.
Yeah. Listen, we're in the middle of something here. Good Lord.
Your toes got caught in between the cord of my headphones.
Here, go over there.
No fighting. Get over here and lay down. Lay down.
19th century, the London Underground has no shortage of ghost stories to fill its tunnels. But one of the most distressing revolves around the victims of the Bethnal Green tube disaster in 1943. During the Blitz, the underground tunnels were routinely used by civilians sheltering from air raids.
Oh,
But
wow.
on March 3rd, hundreds of people fled into the tunnels following an air raid siren, eventually leading to a fatal crash that tragically killed 173 people.
Damn!
Later narrated,
Wow.
said station workers and commuters can hear the cries and screams of the victims of the disaster.
See, now that one I believe.
Yeah.
That many deaths in, like, that tragic of an event easily can be haunted.
And it's in like an enclosed space too, so
Yeah,
they don't have
and there was a
anywhere
bunch
to
of
go.
people, like, it wasn't their time to go. It was all...
Right.
It was in the middle of World War II, or towards the end of World War II, so... Wow.
They didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Number 5. The Crier of Claif. On the shores of Lake Windermere, locals and boatmen will often hear the loud wails of a monk who died hundreds of years ago, the Claif Crier himself. It's said the monk fell in love with a fallen woman but was rejected. Rather than move on with his life, his ghost now wanders the shore crying out for
Break it
help.
up.
But a grisly story says that once, a novice ferryman answered the monk's cries, despite being warned away by his superiors, and decided to offer assistance. Whatever he found, he was driven completely mad, dying mere days later and taking his secret to the grave.
I mean, that's what he gets
Number 4.
for being that guy that runs towards the scary noise. That's how you die in scary movies. You go, what was that noise? That sounded like somebody with a chainsaw.
And then you go look.
And then you go, look, you don't do that. Like, that's your own fault.
The Roman Legion. In 1953, local plumber Harry Martindale was working in the cellar of Treasurer's House in York fixing pipes. History was made when he saw an entire Roman legion marching through the cellar from the knees up because the old Roman road beneath the building was lowered down.
Oh my gosh.
Martindale gave specific details of the clothes the legionaries were wearing, and his account was consistent with the real soldiers stationed there in the 5th century.
Wow.
The sighting has since become famous, with an entire exhibit about it in Treasurer's House, and up until his death in 2014, Martindale never changed his story.
You know how, like, scarring it would be to be in a cellar and then look up and see an entire, like, Roman army marching from the knees up? Like, you would never be the same again. That would be your entire life, would be convincing people that this shit is real.
And you would end up in a psych ward.
Yeah, like, you would go crazy. Like,
Because nobody would believe that.
no.
I wouldn't believe you if you told me that you were down in the cellar somewhere and that's what you seen.
And then it'd make him go even crazier because he knows it's real. And then
Right.
him trying to convince you and nobody's believing him.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Number 3. Anne Boleyn. Henry VIII's second wife, Anne Boleyn, was executed in 1536 on charges of treason and adultery. She's since become one of the most famous ghosts in the country. Her usual haunts include Blickling Hall in Norwich, Marwell Hall in Hampshire, Sal Church in Norfolk, and the Tower of London itself. These are all places Anne had a connection to, whether it's where she was locked up, where she may have been buried, or where she spent parts of her childhood. A vicar in Northamptonshire even claimed to have had conversations with the ghost of Anne Boleyn, while others allege her spirit appears headless. Number 2.
Headless.
The Pendle Witches. In 1612, a dozen people in Lancashire were accused of witchcraft, 11 women and 1 man. 10 of them were found guilty and hanged, and many came from just 2 families. The witches' ghosts are now said to haunt Pendle Hill, and sometimes are even snapped in photographs.
I've actually heard of. I'm pretty sure Pendle Hill was like on one of the major ghost shows. Like I can't remember if it was like Ghost Adventures or what, but I'm pretty sure I've seen like an episode or something, and they went there.
It's thought the
it's Ghost
spirits
Adventures.
are restless because of their gruesome demise and unfair execution. If you go to Pendle and the nearby towns today, however, you won't need to go far to find a witch. In 2012, on the 400th anniversary of the trials, the world record for the largest group of people dressed as witches at once was set. Number 1. The Hampton Court Ghost. Hampton Court, a Tudor palace built for Henry VIII, is notoriously haunted. One of the most famous sightings of all time was actually caught on CCTV in 2008. In the footage, a figure wearing Tudor clothes can be seen throwing open a set of heavy fire doors and then closing them again.
You're telling me that's not just a human? That's like the clearest thing I think I've ever
Open
seen.
a set of heavy fire doors and then closing them again.
Like that's a whole ass man.
Yeah.
He's got a beard and everything. What?
Security guards said that though an alarm went off to indicate the door was open, they didn't see anybody, and neither did any of the other cameras. Plenty of skeptics believe the footage is a hoax, but many spectres are said to walk the hallowed halls of Hampton Court, including 2 more of Henry's wives, Jane Seymour and Catherine Howard.
It's so obviously like a human. It's hard to believe, but if that's real, like that's gotta be the best ghost evidence ever captured. Like, I can't believe it because the way the doors swing open, then they say an alarm goes off, then he like quickly shuts them. It looks like somebody was like just looking around, maybe like trespassing or whatever. Swung them open.
But the clothes. Those are old clothes.
You never know. It could be a homeless guy or
No, not
hobo or...
Not like homeless old. I mean like his era old.
Oh.
He looks a little transparent to me.
Well, that looks like the camera. The camera's grainy. Oh, all I know is he can stay the hell in there. Don't come over here. But alright guys, that is going to do it for the top 10 most terrifying ghost sightings. It should have just been like the top 10 most terrifying monsters.
I think it's more like legends.
Yeah, because like half of those weren't even ghosts. I don't know. If y'all want to see more ghost reactions or scary reactions, we'll gladly do more. So let us know by hitting that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is JT.
And Anna.
We out.
Be good. Do good things. Oh.
She said, hell no. I'm going to be bad.